Hi, chess fans. This is a game I played in a over the board, long time, fairly long time control tournament. 75 minutes on your clock with a 30-second increment. So not very long, but still fairly long. Um, and I guess the theme of this video is going to be uh, sacrificing a uh, knight for two pawns, and is it a good idea in some situations? So we're playing this. It's the England Gambit. He plays with me on white, and of course I just kind of decline the Gambit type thing and play um, this G3, which was recommended to me by Nihad. So I just kind of don't want to play into his preparation at all, and just play something completely different. Um, and so I'll just go through these moves quickly and get to the point that I was talking about. So my knight jumps in here, and my I get my other knight to jump in, and he trades the knights, and it's this position here that I'm looking at. So I'm thinking to myself, well, there is a chance for me here to sacrifice a knight for two pawns, and it doesn't always. I don't always get this opportunity where I see it and it looks like there might be some good activity. So I decided to go for it. It's not something that I always do, but I just said, well, why not? And now I'm threatening checkmate in the next move because of my bishop here on g2. That threatening here. So this move, he has to do this, and then I played back here and moved his king over, and he's going to try to get his king out of the way to safety. So I think I showed a couple of people this game, this position, and um, there wasn't any real positives from my sacrifice. No, it's I would hear things like, no, it's not sound, not a good sacrifice, not a good sacrifice. So okay, well, yeah, and I remember thinking that, well, objectively it might not be because, well, the computer says, and well, that was some of their opinions. But here's my opinion on it is that sometimes if you make a sacrifice, and the computer might not say it was right, but if it does put your opponent under a lot of pressure and they have to do maybe more calculation than you do because of the pressure that you're under. I mean, look at his king. His king is in the center of the board. It's not castled. Yes, material favors black, but I'm going to put a lot of pressure on. So, and, for example, this bishop, and I mean, if we look at the evaluation bar, it's not necessarily that I'm making great computer moves or anything, but I am, forcing him to do a lot of thinking. Um, and so if we go through, this position here, we've, his king isn't necessarily safe. And so this is kind of the first part here where I took this pawn. So um, before this position, let's look at the computer now. Black is clearly up -104, and then my opponent plays this move, which completely gives away this pawn for nothing. So my point is that he was under pressure, and because of the pressure he was under for my sacrifice, even though it was not sound, he gave away a pawn. And then I found this move to win another pawn because you see, if he takes back with this piece here, then I'm going to end up making these trades here. So in the game, he did not take for that reason, and he decided to push um, to push the pawn here. And this, I remember, make it made me this move actually in the game made me quite nervous. But as you can see now, I am clearly I'm clearly winning. Like when the computer, you look at the computer, I'm up plus 1.39. So I play a check here, and he blocked with the bishop, and I put another check. So really putting the pressure on. He does not want to trade queens because he does not want this pawn to become a passed pawn on the sixth rank. So he has to figure out what he's doing. Again, I'm giving him opportunities to trade, and I think here I probably went wrong. Yeah, now this is the area where he he gets the advantage. I made a poor move. Um, Actually, the computer doesn't like me taking this open file, but anyway, I tried to get a little bit fancy and not good. He takes he takes back, and now I'm the one thinking I'm fighting for a draw now. Um, so he defends his pawn on h2, and I'm checking. I'm coming over here to defend this rook, and once he um, makes a couple of these moves, I'm still losing here, but I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to hold on to a draw here, because I've just got a little bit of counterplay with this pawn, and oh, right, so I lose the pawn, and but it was actually, yeah, it was this position that I was feeling like, okay, I can hold on to a draw here now. He's not going to get one of his pawns across. I'm going to trade, and it's going to be a pure bishop and queen versus queen ending. So I calmly move here, and I want to trade. I want to trade pawns, and actually this is sort of like a little bit of a blunder here again for him. So again, he makes another blunder, and I win the bishop, and he takes the pawn, and it looks like a draw, right? It's 0-0-0-0, and so I play a check here. I play another check here. I'm thinking I'm going to get some time back on my clock because it's a 30-second increment. So I played a couple of quick checks that I didn't really feel would make a difference. And of course, the move for him to draw would be, to play the king over here. And if I want to repeat moves, I want to repeat moves. It's going to be a draw. But my opponent in this position played here, and this is a position that's a winning endgame for white because of these distant connected passed pawns. They're on the other side of the board from where all the activity is. And I get to pin his queen now. So his queen is coming off the board. My king is defending these pawns very well. Is going to be able to blockade these pawns very well. And his king is very far away from these two pawns over here. So again, let's say back, was the sacrifice sound? Well, it worked out for me this time because I did put him under a lot of pressure. And again, another mistake. Now, I made plenty of mistakes in this game as well, but I'm crediting the sacrifice for this mistake, because this mistake here is there's now he tries to trick me a little bit, right? If I take the pawn with my king, he's going to win. He's going to take with the queen, and then it's easy. But I just calmly moved over here like this, and now he resigned here because, what can he do? If I play here, um, I've got to play here, and if he plays over here, then I'm going to play here like this, and I'm going to easily take this pawn, and then I just bring my king over here. If he takes, this is a very good lesson. If he takes this pawn, then this pawn is running. So that's why these pawns can be so powerful, because if he has no other pieces on the board, if the king ever takes that pawn, I'm getting a queen and going to make checkmate. So he can't do that. So he would sort of be forced to do this. giving me more time to come in. And then I just kind of wait out the king, and then he moves into the corner, and, I can play here. He'll go down in the corner. I got to be careful of stalemate here. So I'll move here, and then if he moves over like that, I would probably, just to be on the safe side, move back. If he comes up, check. If he goes into the corner, I would check him, and then here, and then I'll move here. I'll let him have this pawn. I'll move up and check, and then checkmate. Right. So, but anyway, it's just the idea that, sacrifices. If we go back to the point in the game where, sure, a computer doesn't think the sacrifice is really sound, but I mean, we're human beings, and a piece for 2 pawns. I'm giving him an isolated pawn. Actually, now because of this, he's got 2 isolated pawns. So, I mean, even though the computer can go really, really deep into this and say, no, black is better. I was happy I did that, and it might inspire me to make more sacrifices. Hopefully, they won't be really unsound. Even though this one was unsound, it wasn't really unsound, and I was able to put pressure on my opponent with the king in the center. And so, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.